Hey guys, Metal Driver here, bringing you another WWE Elite review. Today I'll be looking at Elite 79, Roman Reigns. Looking at the sides of the box, you see an image of Roman Reigns on both sides. The back of the box features an image of Roman Reigns, stats, career highlights, a description of this figure, and the rest of the figures that are in this wave. Stats include from Pensacola, Florida, weight 265 pounds, and a height of 6 feet 3 inches. Career highlights include Universal Champion, WWE Champion, and Intercontinental Champion. The description states, the big dog made an emotional return to reclaim the WWE ring as his yard. Now that we have looked at the box, let's go ahead and open this figure up and take a closer look at Roman Reigns. Alright, and here's Roman Reigns out of the packaging, but first, let's take a look at the accessories that he comes with. So right out of the packaging, he comes with a right-fisted hand and a left gesture hand that he does as his signature gesture. Then the interchangeable hands, he comes with 2 gripping hands, a right hand with a gesture, and a left-fisted hand. Then he also comes with the Universal Championship belt, which we have seen many times before, and an interchangeable head sculpt. So here's the interchangeable head sculpt that he comes with. We have seen this before many times. This is painted really well, sculpt work is good, the eyes look good, the eyebrows look good, the beard looks good, and the hair is sculpted really well. It's got some nice texturing. It's just a solid black, no extra paint. So as I said, we've seen this many times before. It was actually released with the previous Elite 68 Roman Reigns, which I do believe this was also released as a top picks. Then looking at the standard head sculpt that he comes with, this is really good. I like the head scan, the eyes look really good, the expression looks good, he's giving his smile, the teeth look really good. Nice and white, just like his current set of teeth that he has. The paint came out really well. Then his hair is tied up in a ponytail slash bun. So that's sculpted really well. That looks good. Is pulled back and tight. So I love that they provided us this head sculpt. So we get 2 head sculpts with this figure. Now this isn't the first time we've seen this. This has been released previously with a basic Roman Reigns, but this is the first time we are seeing it on an elite body. Then looking at the rest of the figure. So looking at the torso, he's got his vest just sculpted pretty well. I do believe this is the same sculpt we have seen many times before. We do get a different symbol, so it's got the Roman Reign R's here, but then in the middle we've got this dog. I believe it's a pit bull. Pretty sure that's a pit bull, that's what it looks like. And then comparing that again to Elite 68, instead here we have the Roman Reigns silhouette. And this also has the blue highlights, whereas this is just solid black, but instead the aesthetic here is gold instead of blue or white. So I like how that looks. Looks really nice. Looking at the tattoos on the arms, this turned out really well. The line work looks really good. Doesn't seem to be any smudging. Usually Mattel does a pretty good job with arm tattoos. And then looking down at the wrist, this is really cool. So with previous Roman Reigns figures, we usually got the wrist painted with the gauntlet portion of the gloves. This time we actually get a sculpted gauntlet piece. That looks really cool, so nice texturing. It's got gold trimming around. Got the Roman Reigns logo with the bulldog. Looking over here, the straps are sculpted, so that's really cool. I like that. Love how Mattel gave us this. And then, let me actually pop this hand off. Alright, so the gauntlet does come off, and then look at that. The tattoos actually go all the way down, so that's really good. So I love how Mattel did that extra attention to detail, because again, if you compare that with Elite 68, this piece of the gauntlet is painted, and so you can see exactly here where the arm tattoo stops. Then looking at the other side, he has his gauntlet. This one, instead of having the Roman Reigns logo or symbol, you just have his name printed out. Now it does look like this gauntlet has a little bit of sloppy paint. This one turned out really well, whereas this one, the paint seems a bit smudged. But other than that, it's sculpted really well. This is really cool. I like that they gave us that. Now look at the legs of the figure. So he's just got his pants sculpted really well. We have seen this many, many times. I do believe this is pretty much the same set of legs that they always use on Roman Reigns. So no extra paint, just solid black plastic. Same thing with the boots. It's not a whole lot there, but some good sculpt work. But again, these are reused parts. Then look at the back of the vest. You've got that gold aesthetic, the trim going down. So that's really nice. And then you can take this off. Then you do see the tattoos going on the back, onto the shoulder. Then look at the front. His tattoos go onto his right pec. So again, very detailed, very solid line work. So Mattel did a great job on this figure. Alright, going over the articulation. So the head's on a ball joint, which allows him to look that high up, that far down. He can twist side to side, and he can tilt. Shoulders have a hinge which allow him to go that high up, which isn't too high. He can rotate all the way around. There's a bicep swivel, single jointed elbow. There's a swivel and a hinge at the wrist. He has an ab crunch, which allows him to go that far forward and that far back, so the vest doesn't really hinder the articulation. He has a waist swivel, ball joints at the hips, which allow the legs to go that far out. It can go that high up. He has a thigh cut, double jointed knees, rotation at the boot, and there's a hinge at the ankle which allows it to go that high up, that far down, and he has slight ankle pivot. And the articulation on the alternate head sculpt, it can look barely up, and go, again, barely down. It can twist side to side, and it can somewhat tilt. So the articulation on this head sculpt is limited. Either that or mine is really tight. Alright, and here's Elite 79 Roman Reigns with the alternate head sculpt next to the Elite 68 Roman Reigns figure. Then here's Elite 79 Reigns with his standard head sculpt next to Elite 68 Roman Reigns. Alright, so what are my final thoughts on Elite 79 Roman Reigns? I think this is a really good figure. I like the gold aesthetic on his vest. I love that he has this newish head sculpt. Again, we have seen this before with the basic line. This is the first time we're getting it with an Elite figure. I love that he comes with 2 head sculpts. He has a great set of accessories, several interchangeable hands, and he comes with the Universal Championship belt. Now, it is unfortunate that it's not a blue belt, but my guess is by the time the blue belt was introduced, this figure was already in production, and they probably already had the red belt set up with the figure. Now we are getting a blue belt later on with, I believe, an Elite Goldberg. But still, it would have been nice if they had given us a blue belt with this Roman Reigns figure. And also, I love that he has new gauntlets. These are sculpted gauntlets, not painted. So that's a nice piece of detail that Mattel provided for us. And so the last Roman Reigns that I reviewed was Elite 68, which you can go ahead and check out that review if you'd like. In that review, I said Elite 68 was, in my opinion, the best Roman Reigns figure. Now that we have Elite 79, I say that this one is the best Roman Reigns figure that we have. He pretty much comes with the same accessories as the other one, but he comes with additional pieces that the other one does not have. And as I said, I like the gold and black. That looks really cool. So if you are a Roman Reigns fan, I'd say you should definitely pick this up. If you don't have a good Elite Roman Reigns, I think this one is really the best one to have in your collection as your standard Roman Reigns figure. So if you like this review, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe so you can see more WWE Elite reviews. As always, stay tuned till the end to see pictures of this figure in action, and I'll see you next time.